Hello YouTube, this is the Fat Guy, and I'm sorry it took so long to post up another one of these videos. I am going to do just the Yeti mic with the OBS software. I got a new webcam in, and I should be setting that up soon. It's just that my current situation makes it webcamming hard to do, so I'm just going to give you guys Bolos today with the Yeti mic. Hopefully it catches it loud enough, hopefully it works, but let's go on to this is going to be a somewhat longer video, maybe 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. I got 11, 12 Bolos for you guys today. I would give you more, but my theory on a Bolo is it must sell for at least $20, and that's pretty much it. I give you guys basic ideas of when I listed and when it sold, and see if you guys enjoy the information. Well, let's get on with my first Bolo. Okay, I do love alarm clocks, CD players, and radios. They're always fun to list, always fun to test out, and you never know what will sell for what. But I picked this wooden GE basic wood grain AM FM alarm clock radio with battery backup. Picked it up for $1.99 plus tax, and it sold for $19.99 free shipping. It fit into a padded flat rate, so I made about $10. And as you can tell, I took a few images. I try to get them as many images as I can, front, sides, and all that. You know, try to make it look nice, neat, pretty. But yeah, not a bad Bolo. If you look into radios, just look up their model number. And if you don't find that specific model number, then just do your best to try to list and sell it. Let's move on to the second Bolo. Now, it's another bit of electronics. It is a Intellivision 2 console with RF adapter and the owner's manual. I picked this up in a lot long time ago, relisted it. I sold this one for $32 offer, free standard shipping. Not bad. I probably pocketed like $20, $25 off of this item, and I probably only had a couple bucks invested into it because I bought in such a large lot. So these are a good find. I love electronics. They're easy for me to find, easy for me to look up, easy for me to list. So that's what I deal in. I love electronics. Oh, I'm sorry I'm not giving you much info. This one sat a little bit. It was listed November 19th, 2015 and sold just recently. But it takes a little bit to sell a console with no controllers or hookups. So if you get a complete one, it's an easier sell. Let's move on to the next Bolo. Again, part of electronic. This is just an AC adapter for the Mattel. I listed this January 1st, 2016, and it sold. I don't know when it sold. January 20th. So this set for less than a month. And I took a $25 offer on it. It's an Intellivision 2 official power supply. So if you find official power supplies for systems and you know they work, it's usually a pretty good idea to pick up some of them. Not all, but some of them, because they can be worth a little money. So let's go on to the next one. Again, this is another Bolo. This is also another bread and butter. I sell CD players quite often. Pretty much every one I find, I sell eventually. This one I listed January 1st, and it sold January 8th. So this one's set for 7 days. Now, if I remember right, I took like a $20 offer on it, or it sold for $24.99. I don't know which, because this does say best offer accepted, and I do not recall accepting a best offer. So you know how eBay sometimes messes that up. But it's just a basic Sony MP3 CD Walkman. These are fairly common, and there was a few listed. I'm not going to lie, there was a few listed, and I priced mine relatively competitively. And it sold pretty quickly, 7 days. It's not a bad flip. I love portable CD players. They're always fun. Let's move on to the next one. Now this one sat. It's my vintage double glow multicolored Glamour Star tree topper, and as you can tell, I did some images of it, front, back of all the sides of the packaging. I even did photos of it unlit, but if you look down here in my listing, I included a video, and I'll play that for you right quick. Now, for something like this, I normally would not do a video, but because of the color scheme, I decided to do it. It's a vintage color scheme, and I wanted people to know that it worked. Normally, I would just list it as a photo, darkened photo with it on, but this time I decided to do it for this. Now, this one I know I got paid $49.99 for, and it fit into a regional A, so I didn't pay much shipping on it. I listed it September 17th, 2015. It sadly set all the way till January 24th, so a couple months. But I picked this up for $1 before the Christmas boom to try to get it up, and it sold. Pretty good profit. You know, I made like $40 profit after shipping and fees. It's not a bad deal. I mean, so yeah, Christmas does sell year round. So go ahead, try to find some interesting, unique items and see if it sells. You know, $1 or $2 here and there ain't a big gamble when you can turn it into $20, $30, $40. So, like I said, Christmas, good. Vintage Christmas, better. So let's move on to the next one. The West Clock. I picked this one up. This is another alarm clock radio. This time I did something different with the images. So the first image is solely of the West Clock display. I got that idea of somebody else, and then the rest of the photos is basic, you know, front, round, back. And then this one does not have a video, but normally I will put a video in here to show them that it works. But I sold this one for $30 offer. I listed it April 9th, and it sat all the way till January 22nd. Again, that's a little bit of a wait, but I invested $2.99 into this alarm clock. I sold it for $30. It cost me less than $10 to ship, so I made about $15, $20 off this alarm clock alone. Great return on investment, and you know, it was a nice, fun item to list. I like electronics. I can't help it. That's pretty much what I sell mostly. So let's move on to something I normally don't sell. This is a scrub top. I got this locally for 50 cents. I like the colors. I like the design. It was kind of cute. You know, I could see a professional nurse wearing this for her casual days at work. And Valentine's is also right around the corner. But I picked this up for 50 cents. I listed it for $19.99. Best offer, but they paid all what I asked for. It did set a good bit. I'm not going to lie. I listed it October 8th, 2015, and it sat till January 21st. So it did set a little bit. But because it was first class package and all the fees and everything, I probably profited about $12 to $14 off this item just because I only invested 50 cents. So turning 50 cents into a $10 bill is not bad at all. As you see, the images are nice and clean. I did crop them down, took some other photos, and it's not a bad little piece. So let's move on. Another Christmas one. This sold January 16th, and I listed it September 21st. Similar story to the Glow. But this one I paid, I think it was another $1 for it. I paid another $1 for this ornament. It's just a 2010 Dillard's 12 Days of Christmas themed glass ornament. Came with the original box and everything. And a little fading on the design. But I took a $20 offer on this. Shipped it first class, so cost a few bucks. But I still made probably about $12 off this item. It did sit for a low return, but it was a great return on investment. I don't mind turning $1 into $12 if I sat on it for a few months. That's the issue with Christmas. Christmas will sit. I've noticed this a lot. Unless you got something that people are just dying to get, your Christmas items may sit for a little bit, you know, a couple months, 2-3 months. So keep that in mind. But I run a store, so it costs me 10 cents a month to list it. So if you tack on that 30 cents with my original dollars, it's $1.30 I invested into it, and I still sold it for a $20 bill. And after fees and stuff, you know how that goes. I probably made about $14 or so, 12 to 14, which ain't bad at all. And I know I'm rambling a little bit, but it's just the way this works. So I hope you guys see that Christmas does sit, but it is worth investing in, especially if you can get it super cheap. And you know, around January, you can get some of this Christmas stuff so cheap it isn't funny. Let's move on. And here's another CD player I sold. Sold it for $19.99. This one did work, but the display was busted. I did say that in the description. I did say this item is used, does have signs of use and handling. The main display does not work, but the speakers play just... Okay, there's a big old bad word there, dying, and the headphone jack is working. The CD will play music, just the main display never lit up for me. Still works, be a great casual. So you know, it's another CD player. I also paid, I think it was $1 for this one as well, and I sold it for $19.99. Went first class, so I probably made about $15. This one I did list. This one did sit. I think the display on it is what made it a bad sell and why it sat so long. But I listed it December 11th, 2015. It sold on January 15th. So it sat for just a little over 1 month. For a little over 1 month, a CD player with a busted display selling is still pretty good, especially when you sell it for $20. So keep an eye out for CD players and make sure they work before you sell them. Now, here's another bread and butter item. I've sold all of these. And I love curlers. Again, it's weird. I'm a 300-pound fat guy, and I love selling curlers. This is an older listing, but I had 2 of these when I've sold, put them up. So you can tell that this is an older listing. It's my old light set up with yellowed lighting, non-whited out. Only one, so you can tell it's one of my older listings. But I bought these, I think for like $1 a piece locally. I listed these at March 13th, 2015. Does not say when the last one sold, but it did sell in January. So this sat for a little bit. But the second one I took a $20 offer on. So I probably made about $15 because this was another first class package. Also, this should also prove another bread and butter items for people because curlers and straighteners and hair dryers are everywhere. And I sell a good bit of them from $15 and up. And I rarely invest more than $3 a piece on them unless I have dealt with that one and know I can get my money out of it. But keep an eye out for these curlers. Curlers seem to do well on eBay. I don't know why, but they do. And the last eBay one, I don't know if this was in my last video or not, so I'm popping it up here. It's a RCA AM/FM CD player. I think I took a $35 offer on this. Listed November 3rd, 2015. Sold January 10th, 2016. So this did sit a little over 2 months. But I picked it up locally for like $3.99 plus tax. Sold it for $35, so I made like $20-25 out of it. Not bad for $4 invested. As you can see, I did some photos of this, front, back, sides. Always make sure you do battery compartments as well in the lids on these. And this specific one, again, this is one of my older ones. I did not have a video. But if you do videos, it seems that the item will move a little quicker. So put in a video. It's not that much harder work. So yeah, that's all my eBay today. But I am going to do something different. And I'm going to add in a Bolo for Amazon. I've been getting into Amazon a little bit. So you guys may see more and more of these Bolos. Well, this specific Bolo I got locally at Savers for $1.99 plus tax. It is the Maria Udina, I think I pronounced that right, I don't know, great pianist of the 20th century CD. It's a 2-disc CD, so always make sure it's 2 discs. All I can kind of say is that it looks like it's just like a pianist version of just stuff. I didn't listen to it. It sounds like, you know, orchestra and stuff like that. You know, it'll play stuff. And I know I'm going to butcher these because I am not sophisticated. But it will have stuff like the Diabelle variations, Op 120, Tema Vivaci. Also, they will have, you know, it's just a bunch of... I'm going to call it classical or orchestrated music. And I picked it up for a couple bucks. And I sold it on Amazon for $30. And to show you that I did sell it for $30, let's go to my Seller Central right quick. I should still be logged in. Give me a minute to hop on this. All right. We're here, and we're going to go to my orders. Just for you, I'm showing you this, guys. I do everything with FBA. As you know, I got 2 orders in, but this is the order that I'm going to look for. It's the first one here. Hold on, it's going to give me a little bit. I've got to figure this out. Orders, manage orders. There it is. Got to click the number. Okay, you can see down here, here's the Maria Udina 20th Century CD, sold for $29.99 FBA. That's how many was ordered. It was 1. It's all I had in. Payment complete, and it's $29.99. It's how much was charged to the buyer. So if you find this CD for, a few bucks, grab it. It did sit for a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I haven't mailed in any CDs in a while. But that's the issue with Amazon. Same like eBay, you'll have your items that sit and your items that don't sit. But if you get the right ones, they sell fast. So if you find this CD in the wild, look for it. I got 30 bucks out of it. Well, after fees, it's probably more like 20. But that's still not bad. I paid $2, make 20. Really good for an audio CD. Before I started getting into Amazon, I knew some CDs sold. I've sold miscellaneous CDs on eBay once in a while, but there's something I normally don't go after. But because I've been trying to get into more Amazon FBA, CDs, books, media, games, they all seem to sell pretty well on Amazon. So I've been trying to invest into more Amazon so I get 2 platforms up and running where I can keep making money. You know what they say, try not to put all your eggs in one basket. So I am trying to get Amazon up and running. Right now I've got 2 eBay accounts and I got a Amazon account, and all 3 are doing okay right now. The 2 eBay accounts are going through the roof. The Amazon is slowly building up. I am actually kind of happy about this, and I would say look for this CD if you find it. It's an easy $20 profit. But yeah, that is all I have for today, guys. I am sorry that it was kind of long but kind of short. I didn't have that many bolos, but hopefully I'll have more by next video. These will probably keep coming in and out as I try to do them, because it is a little hard to keep doing these videos when I have to work, 2 jobs, one for Walmart, one for eBay, and I'm running myself thin. So I've been trying to take and relax a little bit more. Don't overwork yourself, guys. This job is worth it, but you don't want to end up in a hospital because you're overworked. And I was close to that point. I'm not going to lie. I was pulling a lot of 20-hour days, and it was catching up to me bad. So do this in moderation. Do not go full out force. Do it in moderation, especially if you got another job. But this is the Fat Guy. I am out of here for now, and let's hope these bolos help you out, guys. So